some kids particularly were kind of confused. They didn't realise that we were actors. Maybe.
No.
So that was, for us, that was a bit of an in.
Yeah.
You know, that would form the talk afterwards. You know, they'd never met actors. How could they ever meet actors? And then, I mean, I'm not saying we could exploit the situation, but it meant that it would shape the talks and the discussions, you know, better
Especially
afterwards.
because they weren't aware that we were actors. They just thought we were a skinhead band. And so, what would we have to be talking about afterwards?
Yeah.
How can
I remember, even in the film, you kind of half hear it. I remember in the film, during one of the discussions, a kid, maybe it was in the first night, some kid said, "Why are you here?" or something, some general question. And I said, "It's my job."
Yeah, I remember.
Remember that?
Yeah,
and Antonia Bird almost strangled me.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how we learn.
Yeah,
it ain't just a job, she said. You know, this is, and you know, so you were learning on your feet, you were learning on your job.
She was incredible.
No, but I mean, you know, but there was an imperative, and you were, you know, we were learning.
Yeah.
So you weren't aware that you were been educating the young people that you're visiting in the youth clubs. You weren't aware that's what your roles are.
Not in a, yeah, you are aware that you.
Actor in a row.
But it's funny. It's a funny question to ask a performer. You know, we realised it was. You know, we knew it was a play. Of course, it's a play with a message. Trevor Griffiths was a famous playwright. You know, and this was his métier. But again, we were kids and we weren't that sophisticated.
And also, we weren't a theatre in education, TIA.
Was it?
No, that was
just a play.
Could I ask, wasn't it explained to you what was the outcome or why you were there? Or why you were visiting the youth club?
Yeah, and also it was explained to us by the management in no uncertain terms what their hopes were for it. But then how does that relate to us? We're just, you know, we're the actors you're giving 80 quid a week to. You know, we had our own experience. But, so some, and again, I'll make the point again, some in a sort of half clumsy way, we got through it.
I mean,
we managed to kind of, you know, meld the two imperatives, if you like, and we got a discussion out of it. We got a night out of it, and we got better at doing it, didn't we?
Can I ask a question, please? If there were any female in the audience, in the youth clubs where you performed, was there any girls that reacted to the play? Was it different from the guys?
Yeah, there were quite a lot of girls,
Yeah, there were.
Yeah.
Did you interact with them? Did you kind of talk to them afterwards?
Yeah, they were often really vocal, I seem to remember.
Were they more articulate than the guys, and was there any difference between?
No skinhead girls.
I don't remember that, no.
Well, I come from slightly different cultures, so I'm just genuinely interested.
No, I mean, they were, you know, no more, no less. They were, you know, they sat in the front, they were just as interested, they were, you know, often they were the first to speak. You know.
A friend of mine saw us at Deptford, the Albany Empire, and she's not here, I don't think. And I know that there's a personal story, I won't go into too deeply, but she came, and her brother was a bit like, you know, John, there was stuff about skinheads, and I think they left London because there are various issues involved with the family. She was very young, but she remembered the play, and I was like totally knocked out. I'd loved her in being in the film, but she wasn't. I want to come back to this issue, if I may. It might seem, you know, skinheads, and Tony's not here, but when I interviewed Trevor, I did ask him, why skinheads? And he said, well, my son was a skinhead at the time. In fact, he was a Mohican, I think. Mohican, there were skinheads at school, tattooed, you know. He goes into a whole number and he explains. That was just an example of people that had a bit of spirit. That's why he picked skinheads. It wasn't into the thing about spins. It was just a good example at the time of frustrated young people.
I was thinking primarily about the issue brought up by the fellow just behind me about the importance of education in media and film and theatre and impact that it can have. And that's so terribly, really important but overlooked. And why is that the case now more than ever? And you guys, I'm obviously helping you with this thing, and I pursued it for my entire adult life. Why do you think it's been sidelined in such a fashion. It's been sort of just like, oh, liberal, pish-posh, you know, it's pushed aside. Why do you think that is?
Right, I don't feel at liberty to answer that. Do you want to answer that, or anyone here fancy answer?
Well, there was a time when Thatcher took away all the grants from any left-wing kind of theatre, 784 and the Tricycle Theatre, because why should the government pay money to people to criticise the government, which you would have thought that is the basis of democracy. And maybe they don't want kids to express themselves much. They want league tables and they want to show, oh, you've passed this, you've passed that, you've passed that, but no time to actually be children and get them on, you know, Fortnite and all these kind of things, so that you stop interacting with people, which is what drama and the arts makes you look at the world around you, and the world becomes something there now, not only for children but for adults as well. And I think it's in the government interest. A long time ago somebody said that television was chewing gum for the eyes, and religion was the opiate of the people. Well, maybe now this kind of media is the opium of the people, where you stop looking around, you stop interacting with people, and you stop caring about society, because your world has become, you think it's become huge, but in fact it's become very narrow, and you've been fed stuff which is not necessarily true, fake news, etc., etc. So the idea of reality, and you know, on television as well, we're part of a lie. It's doctors and Casualty, Saving Your Grace, Holby City, and Midsummer Murders and EastEnders. It's not about reality.
Say that the universities, going to universities won't do anything. It's the secondary schools that you need to go to.
What about training up a new generation to put on a play, you know, young people to go out and do this for you? That seems to make sense, to go around to schools.
Yes.
I know that's what we used to have. I used to work for the ILEA, the most fantastic organisation in our education authority. When I was at school, I was born in Hackney, I went to South Hackney School. We were encouraged, you know, to go to the theatre, groups would come in, and I just feel that obviously that's all gone. The youth clubs have all been smashed. You know, they've got no, young people don't have any access to the arts, which is really, really scary, because I was really, you know, if it wasn't for the arts and the opportunities I had, you know, secondary school in Hackney, I don't think I would have made it through as what I had, to be honest. I think if you can train up a new generation, young generation, you know, with all these, you know, political things that we want to put across to young people, it'd be absolutely fantastic.